Now, anyone right now is here in Paris if you're involved in tech. From Elon Musk, for example, heads of the best and the most advanced AI are here because it's VivaTech, the biggest event, it's often said, for tech in the 8th year now. Here in Paris, 150,000 people in attendance, more than 10,000 startups too. And amongst them, of course, our Charles Pellegrin is there.
Hi, Gavin. Absolutely. I'm here at VivaTech at an interesting time for the French tech space where after some tough times of cost cutting and low and high interest rates making financing hard, perhaps there are signs that things are changing here in France. A couple of stats before I come and talk to my guest here. The number of jobs created in 2023 by French tech startups up 9.4%, and the number of mergers and acquisitions in the French tech startups space last year up 7.4%. That's 400 French tech startups that have been acquired and that were deemed interesting enough, appealing enough by investors. So for more on this, I'm joined here by the CEO of Le Groupe Les Parisiens Les Echos, a French media group, and also the co-founder of VivaTech. Thank you very much. This is Pierre Louette. Thank you very much for being with us today. First of all, we're seeing this all this tech space on display here at VivaTech today. What sense do you get of where it's at right now in terms of dynamism, or if it's still in that stage of cost cutting currently?
Yeah, we have the same kind of energy as last year. You were mentioning the fact that for some startups, raising funds has become a bit more difficult. The interest rate story is there, but anyhow, we feel that there's the same energy. Why? Because we have 2 or 3 categories of people here. We have the large companies that want to meet the smaller ones. We have the smaller ones that come here to raise funds, to generate leads also. You have to bear in mind that for the companies here, the startups, about 40% of the leads that they generate over a year are generated within VivaTech. So they spend the rest of the year transforming, raising funds, talking to potential clients. And we have all the institutional investors, and even recently again, France announced that it was going to support even more than before AI, create new funds. So the whole environment here is really very energetic, very motivated, and I don't feel less energy than before.
You mentioned the investment in AI. This is possibly a reference to the speech by French President Emmanuel Macron on Tuesday night, saying that creating a new fund to pour more money into developing AI skills here in France and training, with the objective of training 100,000 new AI experts per year in the country. What's been your reaction to those announcements by the French President?
Well, actually, I spent most of the afternoon listening to the several, roundtables that were there with Yann Lequin, Eric Schmidt, a lot of Arthur Mensch, many specialists from the AI world. And then the president came and did an incredible wrap-up, of the afternoon. Also, he made a couple of announcements. So what I remember from that is that we have a lot of extremely good brains when it comes to AI. France is a blessed country from that point of view. We have engineering schools that train the best guys, but a lot of them would move abroad to the States, for instance, and sometimes never come back. What he wants is to train more people and keep them here also. One of the key elements is the scalability of the investments. You need to be able to enter into a startup, to generate new models, new revenues, but also to scale up, become a very big company. One of the differences that was underlined yesterday between, an American, for instance, starting a company, and a French guy, the American guy will tell, okay, I'm going to make $1 trillion company. And the French people sometimes will say, if it makes 100 million euros, it's going to be great enough, Okay, no limits. Bear no limits, have no limits, be very intense, be very audacious. That was the overall statements, and also the announcement of more training and more funds also. Additional funds, public funds, that will help make those companies great and big companies.
I want to cover one last topic before I let you go. You're the head of a huge media group here in France, Les Echos, Le Parisien. AI is a central theme of this VivaTech festival. How do you see AI being incorporated within a newsroom? We've seen, for example, Le Monde signing a deal with OpenAI so that OpenAI could use Le Monde's database to train its model. Is this something that you're considering for Les Echos or Le Parisien?
Well, I want to underline the fact that AI is going to be impactful at all levels within the company. You know, first of all, we always mention the newsrooms, but there are other elements in the company. So all the back offices, the financial stuff will be impacted and in a very beneficial way by AI. When it comes to the newsroom, which is actually your question, a lot of preparations will be made easier and quicker by AI. And we know that, you know, you can have a synthesis of millions of pages in a very quick time. It's interesting for the financial side with us. We have Investi, we have several financial sites, websites, and applications. For them, it's a gain of time. And for all the newsrooms, by the way, it's interesting to have all of your sources put together. But then comes the human difference. I'm a very, very strong believer in the fact that AI will not replace those guys. Of course, and luckily not, you know. You will not be replaced by AI because what you know, what you can do, AI today doesn't know how to do it. Yann Lequin, one of the major brains when it comes to, was saying yesterday, AI is still a very infantile thing. It can make the best possible synthesis of everything that happened before, but it's not going to tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. This is the human difference. This is the human factor. For me, AI is an incredible enhancer of human intelligence. It makes us even more intelligent.
Pierre Louette, you are the CEO of Le Parisien Les Echos and the co-founder of VivaTech. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us on France 24. That's it from VivaTech, but we'll have rolling coverage on what's happening here throughout the day. Back to you, Gavin.
Cheers, Charles Pellegrin. You're not going to be replaced by AI yet. Cheers. Charles Pellegrin, our business editor at VivaTech. We'll be back here on France 24 in just a few moments.